Coming to you hot. Observation of the Air Rec Radio Sports Plan. This is Sports Rec! That's right, this is Sports Rec. Good evening, folks. It is the 25th day of September in the year 2013. With me, as always, is Coach Buck.
How you doing, Corey?
And I am Corey from Air Rec Radio. All right, we have a fucking action-packed, a grand slam, guru moment, legendary, mythical, epic kind of show planned for you guys, folks.
Is this about the little people auto racing?
Yes. I don't know, Coach.
Is that the politically correct term?
Are you talking about midgets running? Is that what's going on?
No, auto racing.
Midget. Midget car.
Got it.
No.
No. I'm just busting your balls, man.
I want to start the top of the show off with a little news article that I just stumbled across about an hour ago. Off the USA Today by Lindsay Lindsay H. Jones.
Mm-hmm. Is she jonesing for what?
You big boy.
Yeah.
5:58 p.m. September 25th, 2013. Former San Diego Chargers defensive back Paul Oliver died Tuesday night of a self-inflicted gunshot at a residence in Marietta, Georgia. Mike Bowman, public information officer for the Cobb County Police Department, said Wednesday Bowman used a handgun, but he did not know the location of the wound. Death occurred approximately 6:45 p.m. Oliver played for the Chargers from 2007 through 2011 and was 29.
Wow.
My age.
Wow.
My age.
I mean, it's just horrific. Tragic. They give you no clue in the article to his state of mind or what he was doing since he retired or anything, huh?
Not that I found.
What did he retire? Why did he retire? You know, was it football related injuries or something?
Also information that I do not have. I got some of his stats, but I'm not sure on that.
Yeah.
57 games, 12 starts. But in his 2007 season, made 7 interceptions with 114 tackles, 3 sacks. Oh, that was 3 seasons in the Athens League.
Oh, okay.
That was the Euro League, NFL Euro.
It's either that. Why it's
in Athens, so it's got to be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's horrible. I mean, with all the stuff we hear about, players with, everything from drug problems to basically, post-traumatic shock from playing football. Who knows, what the young man was dealing with. It's just a horrible.
Watch it come out and either be drugs, like, steroids, road rage kind of thing, or have it come out to be like a concussion brain damage kind of thing. Oh boy.
That'd be huge.
You'll see a microscope appear over the NFL.
Well,
but it didn't happen to the WWE. What's his name killed his entire family before he killed himself. I can't remember who it was. It was a professional wrestler a couple years ago. Killed his entire family before he killed himself.
Who was it?
I can't remember what his name was. I'll look it up when we have a second. But as far as the family of Paul Oliver, thoughts and prayers from Sports Rec for whatever it means in your horrible, tragic time.
Right. Well.
Any other maybe more lighthearted tragedies you want to get into there,
lighthearted
Bucko?
tragedies. That is which.
Hey man, Shakespeare made a living off that shit after he was dead.
Yeah. There you go. I got nothing lighthearted. That's all meat today, buddy.
Ooh.
You bring the potatoes.
You're gonna give me the meat?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Could you do me a favor, Buck?
Yeah.
Talk into your fucking microphone.
I'm trying. I keep moving, man. I can't sit still.
I'll put your hand on your penis. Just sit still long enough to get this done.
Yeah.
It's 1 hour. The show is 1 hour long.
You don't understand. You should feel gifted that you get me to sit in one place for an hour.
We'll get you a headset so you can walk around.
There you go.
That might be an idea. We might get Bill a headset. And then he won't knock into it as much.
Yeah, right. So, I was going through the tweets today. And I
the old Twitterers.
Yeah, and I got this tweet earlier this morning.
Speaking of tweeting, before we get into the meat, where could the people tweet Coach Buck?
Oh, you can tweet Coach Buck at Buck Point.
At Buck Point.
At Buck Point.
You know why? Because he's got a point and it's right on the top of his head. Yeah. Hey, while you're out tweeting Buck Point, tweet at Air Rec Radio. You're gonna get me, your delightful demi-host.
Demi-host.
Oh, I meant demigod.
He's a jack of all trades, let me tell you. Producer, editor,
jacker, offer.
Yeah, well, you know.
At least 2 or 3 times a day, whether I need it or not.
Whatever needs to be done. Or whoever needs to be done.
Great thing about masturbation is you're having sex with someone you love.
Otherwise, it's just rape.
That can be kinky fun, too. We here at Sports Rec and Eric Radio do not condone rape.
Not at all.
Fuck you in your
This
PSA.
would have been self-rape in his case, but
which is fun. Fuck this PSA. Let's move on with the sports.
So,
sports.
Remember how we all kind of have this soft spot for Tampa Bay, and we all thought they were going to do pretty well this year?
You have a soft spot for Tampa Bay because they're Pirates.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's kind of a fetish. But anyway, today, one of my first tweets I see this morning is that they're benching Freeman. Josh Freeman.
Oh, for Glennon?
Yes, who was their big pick in the draft. I think he was like 73rd overall.
I'll look that up.
Third quarterback to be drafted behind your quarterback for Buffalo, E.J. Manuel.
So E.J. Gino and him?
Right.
Oh.
Right. And I think he was like 73rd overall. He's a big boy, 6'6", 225. He's another
NC State has 3 starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
The pedigree there is nice. If you want to read it off,
I'm trying to find the whole pedigree.
Yeah, Stafford, I think's in there.
Phillip Rivers, Russell Wilson.
Oh, that's right, Russell Wilson and Phillip Rivers. Yeah, so it's kind of nice pedigree behind him there. And the thing about it is, this is what I have problems with, and I have problems in the NFL. It isn't with players. Most of the time, it isn't with coaches. Coaches are what they are. They can only be what they're allowed to be, just like players.
It's cocksuckers.
Okay, it's ownership and management that I have issues with.
All right, yeah, the cocksuckers. That's what I said.
Now, Monday, Shiano was asked. First, he was asked after the loss on Sunday. If, he felt maybe his job was in jeopardy, if he couldn't, turn things around. They've lost the last 9 out of 10 games going back to last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no turning that. That's a steamroller right into a wall.
Freeman's completing 50% of his passes.
9 out of 10.
So, and it's not that it's all him. It's never all one guy, but he is the quarterback, the guy that touches the ball.
But it can be a lot your fault. I mean, it might not all your fault, but it can certainly be a lot your fault.
We all know of good quarterbacks that do not succeed because of their surroundings.
I hit the mic and then you hit the mic. It's a wonderful fucking sensation that just happened.
Well, they'll think it's stereo.
Okay.
See? Actually,
stop hitting the mic.
You're probably the only one who's going to notice anyway. So,
no, they'll notice mine because I smashed my headphones into it.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, what do they ask him Monday, he's saying, he didn't feel his job was in jeopardy. They ask him, what is Freeman your quarterback? Yeah, he's our quarterback, blah, blah, blah. And,
they did the same thing to Fritz.
And then today they announced, Freeman's being benched for Glennon. And they go back and they ask him, well, what is this? Upper management decision? No, we all met together and we decided this.
The entire team met with the coach and said that you suck.
The coach and management,
I know.
And decided this was the direction we go, which, it is what it is, but why the song and dance? And they're not the only ones.
They do it all the time.
Of it. The Jets are the kings of it.
They did it to Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
he's our man. He's our man. And then meanwhile, they recorded a conversation with Buddy Nix that was all over the internet of him saying that Fitzpatrick was a goner. The same week he said he's our man. He's our man.
It's like, come on, the writing's on the wall. We're not stupid. Just you're better off not saying nothing at all. You're saying, yeah.
What'd your mother tell you? If you can't say nothing nice, you don't say nothing at all.
There you go. So, Glennon's going to get a shot, which I think is a good idea. I mean, don't you think?
If Freeman's not producing, of course it's a good idea.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 games, he lost.
People are pointing out he doesn't have any experience. This is the thing with the NFL.
There you go.
Now, Josh Freeman came into the league, I believe, with Sanchez and Stafford. And, the only one who's still playing is Stafford right now. Sanchez is hurt. He was getting a raw deal. We saw him be successful early, but then things changed and not so good. But, the same thing with Freeman here, which, it used to be you drafted a quarterback and he was your man.
Yeah. He's our man. Let's go. Yay.
Unless you had an obvious improvement somewhere available, he was the guy. Now I'm saying, a lot of guys don't work out. We all know that. Okay, but now the NFL doesn't care about getting a quarterback and grooming him and setting him on the bench because the college ranks have this glut of quarterbacks. They might not all be great, but they're all throwing the ball a lot more than they did 10, 20 years ago. Okay.
Every single one of them.
Every one of them. So these guys have, twice the experience that they did 20 years ago. So now, this all fosters the thing now is like, there's no more of this loyalty. Oh, he's our guy. He's going through a bad way. We're going to stick with him.
No, every 3 years, get the fuck out.
That's it.
Don't win, get the fuck out.
You got 3 years. That's your contract.
It's getting to the point where it's this week.
If your contract's up and you're not producing at the end of your 3 years, goodbye. Next. And we're going to throw him right out there to the wolves. We're not going to hold him back. We're not going to sit him on the sideline, tell him to learn the game. We're just going to throw them out there and let them go, because that is what's happening. We've got, look at the last few quarterback classes. They all get thrown in the mix. What sticks, sticks, and what doesn't goes away. That's the way it's working now. Win now, baby. Win
it's getting
now.
to the point where it's not even win in the next 3 years. It's not even win this year. It's win today.
Yeah.
Win tomorrow, win this Sunday, this week, or you're fucking out of here. You got to win one now.
Hallelujah. Amen.
It is a little ridiculous. But I also, as a fan of a shitty team who's on the other side of that, who gets a lot of, it's a rebuilding year. It's a rebuilding year.
You know what? There are no rebuilding years anymore. It's win now.
I'm tired of rebuilding years.
You can't.
I'm tired of fucking.
Your classic examples.
I want to win now.
Classic example, New England. They've been rebuilding constantly for the last 15 years. Granted, they haven't won a Super Bowl in what? 8, 9, 10? Something like that.
Hasn't been 10.
Has it been that long?
No.
I think it's been 10 years now.
Since 2003,
but they're always,
no way.
They're always in the hunt. They're always in the hunt. There's no rebuilding there. It's just a constant flux and flow and replacement. It just, you know what I mean? There's no rebuilding. There's no rebuilding. It's win now, baby. Win now.
Win yesterday. Yesterday.
No, because that's what Dallas did and thinks they're still doing today.
All trouble seems so far away.
Oh my God, he's got vocals coming in now too. You moonlighting?
Only, once in a while.
He's moonlighting. He's moonlighting here. He's moonlighting on Air Rec. He's moonlighting at his other job.
New England's last Super Bowl win was February 6th, 2005 against Philadelphia.
There you go, 8 years ago.
So 8 years ago. Less than 10, though, fucker. I win.
Oh, I didn't know we were having a bet.
Well, I did, and I win, so haha.
What'd you win?
By the way, that was their 2 in a row and 3 out of 4 series when they won 2003, or they won 2002, then 2004, 2005.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots.
But, 8 years is a long time. Now, they've always been in the hunt.
Always. They're right there.
They've probably been in how many championship games since then?
Oh, my God. Do I have to look that up now, too? Several. That's what New England Patriots have won. Several.
So this is the thing now. So let's, quarterbacks are not necessarily replaceable, but, we're not going to sit with a guy. You come in, you get a 3-year contract. You're going to want to renegotiate at the 3 years. Well, at the end of 3 years, if you ain't producing, we're saying goodbye. We're not renegotiating.
Yeah, why would I?
So it begs the question why
sales.
people like
sell. Go why?
Well, that begs the question why people like Tony Romo have been employed for 10 years.
That QB rating.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's like being the worst salesman at the place you work at, but you have the best customer survey rating. Like if you're a car guy, right? You sell cars, you only sell 1 car a month, but every person you talk to gives you a 4 on the stupid survey. That's exactly what Tony Romo is. He sucks at what he does, but the numbers are just enough to keep him in play.
I like the analogy. I really do. But, begging this win now, win today attitude in the NFL that's being prevalent. Yeah, I can't see 10 years like Romo's, being there without some, postseason wins.
0.
Let's face it, Brady may not have won a Super Bowl in 8 years, but he's had plenty of postseason wins.
Yeah. And he won virtually 3 in a row.
Yeah.
3 out of 4.
Yeah. Who else come closest to that? Bradshaw, maybe? Nah, he had like a 6-year gap, didn't he?
Yeah, there's big gaps between us.
Yeah. Maybe Montana. I don't know.
I'm having a hard time finding the information you're looking for the post-season wins.
That's all right. That's all
Just for a little fun fact, since I have them open, Brady for 44,806 passing yards
right. Wow.
in 13 years.
Wow. 44,000 yards. What's that turn into miles?
44,000 yards. We'll call it 45 because rounding up because it was 44,806.
Mm-hmm.
So we're calling it 45,000 yards to miles. Google convert, please. Thank you. 25.5 miles.
Wow.
He has thrown for 25 and a half
In 13
miles
years.
in 13 years.
Jesus. Jesus. That's not to mention all the throws that were incomplete.
Yeah, that's connected throws.
Right.
So, I mean, you'd have to figure it in his completion rating and then extrapolate the average throw to get the actual miles he's thrown a ball, which is more math than I'm willing to do.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Speaking of math, that damn passer rating someday, we're going to tackle that.
Well, I'm going to figure that out. We're going to break that down.
Minds than ours, okay?
We're going to break that down. Bullshit. It just looks complicated. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing to figure it out. It's another thing to figure out what's wrong with it.
I know what's wrong with it. I've already figured out what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to fix it is the problem.
Right. That's what
I know what's wrong with it. I know what it's missing to be what it needs to be.
Right. We just don't know how to.
I don't know how to include wins into the quarterback rate because that's it. The win to loss ratio is important.
Yeah. But is it just the win to loss ratio, or is it important wins?
No, win to loss is important wins are subject. It's all win to loss. Okay. A win is on paper. There is no important wins. A win is a win. On paper, W is a W, baby.
W's are more important in the postseason than in the regular season.
Shit, you're right. You would actually have to split the quarterback ratings. You'd have to split the quarterback ratings between a regular season quarterback rating and a postseason quarterback rating.
And quarterbacks that don't have a postseason quarterback rating
would be zero.
Would automatically be zero, which isn't fair either.
Which you could then maybe take off. But then what you would do is be able somehow to take that away from their quarterback rating.
Archie Manning. Archie Manning played on the Aints for 14 years. Not the Saints that you know.
The Aints.
The Aints. Their fans wore paper bags on their heads for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Archie Manning was a good quarterback. He just played on a shit team. I think he's only got like 30. I think his record was 35-73 and something.
Well, both his sons tore his ass up as far as numbers go. Then.
Well, yeah, but,
both his sons. But 2 out of 3. Cooper's an insurance salesman or something. I don't know. But he coaches high school ball.
But that's the whole thing. I mean, Manning just, he was a good quarterback. He just played on a shitty team. He was part of that old Plunkett trade back then in the 70s, too. Plunkett went to the Raiders and ended up winning 2 Super Bowls.
Well, sometimes that happens, too.
Could have been Archie. Could have been Archie, but he ended up in New Orleans.
Well, so sometimes it's about chemistry, too. Sometimes a guy can't win with one team and can win with another.
Oh, yeah. But that's, shitty team's a shitty team. They were just bad, the Saints, back then. They literally called them the Aints. It was before your time, man, but ask your dad. The fans wore paper bags over their heads.
Well, before Breeze, they were jokes.
I got news. They weren't as big as joke in the 70s. They were the biggest joke you ever seen in the 70s and early 80s.
Oh, they're the Bills of the fucking 2000s. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The fucking biggest joke on the planet.
So, but anyway.
What about, sorry for the yawns. What about Shiano?
Well, as I said, he flip-flopped from Monday to today on who his quarterback was, and his excuse was he
But do you think this effort is going to keep him from the fucking the axe?
The only thing that keeps coaches from the axe is wins. Period.
Post-season wins.
Exactly.
Post-season wins.
Wow.
Well,
if you're, I'm sorry, if you're a 10-win game, average 10 wins.
You don't make it to playoffs in 3 years. See you later. Goodbye.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're averaging 10 wins a season, you're gonna pop off into the playoffs sooner or later as a wild card or something.
Well, yeah. Well, they would probably still kick you because we got to win now, and then you would end up going somewhere else to be a head coach for somebody else and tear them to shreds.
The other thing,
get your ring.
The other thing is, I think that touches on all of this is parity. I mean, that's why it's so hard to win a Super Bowl because of parity. I mean, we're going to see this year where, we've seen it in the past already. Recently, 8-8 seasons are making playoffs.
Well, and statistically this year, it's very likely to have a rookie quarterback on both sides of the line.
Yeah,
for a Super Bowl game, which would be unheard of.
That ain't going to happen.
It's possible though.
How do you figure?
Because all those rookie QBs, or at least a second-year QBs.
Second years aren't a rookie,
but close enough. All over the NFL.
Yeah, well, you got high hopes if you think
it's possible.
If you think Emmanuel or Smith are going there.
No. And again, I've said it 1,000 times, and I stick to it till this day right now, and we'll continue, and in the future I'll reevaluate. But this year the ring's going home with a veteran. I'm telling you, Peyton is taking home his
I know you're sold on that. You know what? And yeah, I mean, he's definitely the front runner right now. The Denver
Broncos. He was
the
front runner last year.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now.
13-3 season.
The place he left.
Indy?
Yes.
Okay.
With my little red-headed Opie child, Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not far behind the Broncos, man.
Okay.
They're coming into themselves. They've identified themselves. That win last week.
Till the postseason.
No. Trust me on this here. But hear me out.
More baby quarterbacks in the postseason.
First of all, we know he's a good quarterback.
Yes.
Second of all, they traded Cleveland for Trent Richardson.
Yeah, okay.
Which gives them the running back tandem of Ahmad, and I lost my page. Ahmad.
Wait a minute. You can read? I had no idea.
Usually, but my writing this time is bad.
This time?
Well, bad that I can't read it.
That's bad. That's pretty horrible. So I noticed this week on my schedule when I was doing my picks that Pittsburgh and the New York Giants both, or not Pittsburgh and the New York Giants, Pittsburgh and Minnesota, both have an away game this week.
Where am I? Week 4. Well, no, it's Minnesota's home game, man.
They both have an away game this week.
It's Pittsburgh
and jet lag.
Pittsburgh at Minnesota.
And jet lag. They have no home field advantage, and they have jet lag.
Yeah.
Because they cross time zones.
Yeah.
8 of them. 6?
6.5 hours.
6 then.
6.5 hours time difference.
Yeah, that's
3 time zones.
No, a time zone is 1 hour.
Oh, it's not? Look at our time zones. Eastern, Pacific, Central.
We're all on the same time zone. You go over one time zone, they're 1 hour behind us. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
One time zone equals 1 hour. There's 24 time zones on the planet. So 6.
6.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Which,
a lot.
the NFL wants to have a team in London. Not just games. They want to have a team in
They
London.
want to have a team, but who?
They want to go global.
But nobody in Europe, Canada's proven it. Nobody in Europe gives a fuck about American gridiron football.
That's not true. It is not true.
Like the NFL Europe's kind of, sort of doing okay. Not great.
No.
Not like the NFL. But it's kind of, sort of does okay because they think it's a parlor trick.
It's not.
Watch the stupid Americans smash into them. And most of the people in the NFL Europe are American players.
Well, yeah.
Because we do football. We have the football link here.
Here's the deal. They already played in London, right? Highly successful. The London fans ate it up. The NFL wants global presence.
Okay.
They want to have a team in London eventually.
Too fuck bad.
Not
it's not
just
gonna work.
to play games. Now, most of the players that I've talked to about this agree with you. It's crazy.
It's just too far away.
Yeah. Every time that team has to travel to play another team, it's 6.5 hours difference.
Ask any East Coast or West Coast team what it's like to have to go all the way to the other coast.
Right. Now imagine going across the ocean.
For 6.5 hours worth of travel.
Right. Well, and what if you're like San Fran instead of New York?
Well, yeah. Yeah, and then it's 10 hours of travel no matter which way you go, left or right.
Right.
Up or down, baby.
Yeah. I mean, you're screwed.
Yeah, dude. You're exhausted when you get off the plane. You're all fucked up and cramped up and miserable. Because everybody loves flying. It's such a carefree and relaxed situation.
Well, you know, maybe by then the NFL you charter planes.
Well, and nobody's ever crammed anybody, like a bunch of people, into what is effectively a round petri fuck dish, where everybody's breathing each other's air. Because that is not how people get sick. Entire airplanes full of people get sick. That never happens.
No, I never.
With recycled air.
Nah. Hell, most of your office buildings are all recycled air.
And that's why office buildings tell you if you're sick, don't go to work. Manual labor jobs. If you're sick, you take your ass to fucking work. I don't want to hear anything else about it. Don't breathe on me, but take your ass to work. Office jobs, they say don't come in. I don't want to hear anything about it. Stay away from me. Because you get the whole office sick. It's true.
Well,
I've never had a job that they didn't expect you to work sick. Never once.
Me neither. Wow.
But I know plenty of people who have office jobs who wear fancy clothes to work who are not allowed to walk through the doors sick.
I never heard that.
Because you get the whole office sick.
I don't know. I worked at Kodak.
You cough on the coffee machine. You were a cleaner, so you could more segregate.
No, I worked at the office, too, and I don't remember office people doing that.
It was also, how long ago, Bill?
Wow, yeah. We smoked back then, too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So what do you want to get into NFL specific?
I'm just saying, this London deal.
Chris
Long, the defensive end out of the Rams, he said it's punishment. Making teams do this 6.5 hour time zone thing.
It's
just punishment. It's
That's why you started the NFL Europe, so that you were international.
Yeah, but it's not panning out like they want, because it's not the same product. It's really not.
No, it's the B squad.
Well, yeah.
That's not, well, yeah. That's exactly. If you don't make it in the NFL, you go to the Canadian Football League or the NFL Europe.
Although, I've got to say, I never gave any credit to the Lingerie League. Them girls are serious.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, not only is it fun to watch, they're playing some fucking football.
Yeah, them girls are serious. And before, just a little correction here, I was talking about the Colts, and I think I looked at my notes wrong and mentioned Stafford when I met Andrew Luck, and
I have no idea, but if you did, we knew what you meant.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, the Colts have identified themselves as a smash mouth, ground and pound style football team, and I think they made a little statement last week's win. And when they beat the 49ers there, their defense forced 4 3-and-outs, 7 punts, and they sacked Kaepernick 3 times. Held him to a lousy 150 yards passing. Now, granted, San Fran ain't running. They're trying to keep him in the pocket more, but I think the Colts are here to play some hard-ass football. I think they're right following Denver in your little race to the postseason.
You did say that.
Bringing us to
the last part.
The comic relief.
Oh, the exact fucking opposites of that.
Yes,
would you be talking about our teams, Bill?
Yeah, well, more importantly, the Jets. The Jets, after their win last week over Buffalo and the 164 yards in penalties,
woo!
Ryan decided he had to deal with the penalty problem.
What did he do? Nail them all to crosses?
Well, first of all, this is amazing. This is the first time in 62 years that a team won a game with 20 penalties.
Or I was really hoping that was an ever.
Only the Jets could do that, Anyway, so Ryan's going to fight this penalty thing. So now the team is being made to do push-ups for penalties. With a little twist. If you do a penalty, you don't have to drop and give me 10. But the rest of the team does.
Coach. My wrestling coach. That was his policy. And you have to stand there and watch them.
Yeah. And that team's doing that 10 push-ups just looking at you going.
That was my wrestling coach's rule.
Yeah, I think
if you got in trouble, the entire team paid, and not you.
Which I love it on that level, but are we high school here?
20 penalties for 197 yards?
160 something, yeah.
Apparently we were.
Yeah.
Did you watch my offense? I thought we were watching high school football.
Well, and again, the Jets-Bills first game of the season, a lot like last year, the Jets beat up the Bills. And I don't mean,
it would have been it would not have been a close game. It would have been a demonstration of your might if you not had the penalties you had.
Yeah, but physically is where I was going here. I mean, they left you decimated pretty badly. We knocked Carrington out for the season.
It might have something to do with the fact that you suck balls. I've got a lovely bunch of hairy testicles sitting in a row. Fat ones, small ones.
I got a 16-ounce hammer over here.
Some as big as your head.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, seriously, they really hurt the Bills physically. They're not Carrington out for the season. McAlvin's out, right?
Yeah, but not for the season.
Yeah, but he's still questionable for this week.
Yes, our star corner is, yes.
And what's going on with Bird? I know he's, not playing because of...
He's injured.
Got plantar fasciitis.
He's whatever. He's not... He was totally disrespected in contract negotiations.
Yeah, and his contract's up at the end of the year.
And he goes, and he's going free agent.
As much as he can this year.
And the ball hawk will go somewhere else that'll appreciate him.
Yeah.
The guy who led interceptions for our team for the last 4 years. Just go somewhere else. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, fuck you. We don't need you. Really?
I mean, if Buffalo was healthy, like they were in the beginning of the season, if they had stayed healthy, I would think Buffalo would have a good chance of winning a few more games. But I'm
nervous about Carrington being out. Our defense has been real strong, and Carrington's been a big piece of that.
Defensive end, right? Yeah. He is a big loss. And with the other injuries on your defense, it's just not good. And to compound your problem this week, you're playing Baltimore, and they're getting Ray Rice back this week. So there's an added guy to watch out for running up the middle on you. Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, Alex Carrington is quad injury, and is out for the season.
Yeah. So bad news for the Bills. Jets are going into Tennessee, and I think if they clean up some of the penalties, they might have a possibility of winning this game.
Tense at Genesee. You like the Jets? You're like the Jets?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jets this week.
Oh, well, that. I'm gonna go Tennessee. Fuck you.
Just can't go green, can you, baby?
Not now.
Not now.
Not now. And I'll be watching for those penalties. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my friend Andy, he said he had a hard time watching that game last week because he said it was just too slow. The penalties were driving him crazy, and he didn't even want to watch it. He said.
I got nothing for you. Piss.
Let's
piss
go
off.
through
Just
your
do fucking
here.
piss. Too fucking bad if it's too slow, too many penalties. I mean, like, it annoyed me. I mean, I got mad, but fucking with the Jets game, but
that's because you were a Bills fan.
I got mad at the penalties.
They were annoying.
Because of the slow play of the game.
The other thing about it too, I don't remember the exact breakdown, but I think it was like 9 action penalties, 9. I don't know how they're termed. I can't remember the term, and then 2. Basically, line penalties.
Penalized for 350 yards. Offensive player number 13. Some asshole. Anyway. Personal foul. Number 17.
Look.
Mr. Mike Hunt.
Yeah, well, he didn't play this week. Either did I'd Wrecker, but
well, you know what happened to Mike Hunt.
Here's the deal.
I'd Wrecker.
Here's the deal, man. Out of the AFC East, we pretty much know what's going on with New England. The Jets and the Bills, they got tons of issues, both of them. Miami's are unknown because we just don't have the source here. And
start at the top of the list. Start at the top of the list. Let's go San Fran and St. Louis.
Oh, are we doing our picks?
Yeah, let's do our picks.
Oh boy. How come my picks aren't matching this?
Are you on week 4?
I'm sorry. Never mind.
There you go. You weren't on week 4, were you?
No, I'm good now. San Fran at St. Louis. I'm going with the Rams.
I actually also went with the Rams.
Okay. San Fran. I don't know. I don't know what their problems are yet.
Lack of winning.
Well, yeah, it's one way of putting it, isn't it?
No, we make that a very poignant point. Poignant point here on this show.
The Rams didn't play well against Dallas last week, though.
Suck up to the mic, please.
The Rams didn't play well against Dallas last week, though.
I'm going to glue this mic to your face.
Yeah. Here, let me fix it.
Yeah, and then you keep messing with it.
Well, that's because you made me touch it.
I forgot where I was going with this.
Baltimore and Buffalo. Baltimore's at Buffalo. It's a Buffalo home game.
And guess what?
And you're decimated.
We're going to share us apart. The backup for Carrington, I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah.
Was he did not take second string by easily. Like, it was inches between him and Carrington.
Mm.
So he might not be a bad position there.
He might be able to step up.
Defensively, I'm not too worried about us still, even though our secondary is injured. The big line, the big 4 are going to be okay. So I believe we're going to be able to shut Flacco down as long as
Wow, that's a big statement.
I mean, not shut him down to 0, but contain him. We'll be able to get I guarantee you, Mario Williams puts his hands on Flacco several times.
The thing is, you're not going to rattle Flacco.
No, but I hope to knock him to the ground several times.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you can keep him under, let's say if you can keep him under 270 yards, you got a good chance of winning a game.
And the offense can produce.
But I'm not sure what Spiller's injury was last week that he took himself out or he got taken out at the half.
I think I know what his injury was.
What was it?
Lack of production.
Every
time he ran, he hit a wall and he fell down. And I think he maybe
seemed like he pulled a Kelly.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he might have pulled his Kelly for the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm all done now. On my shoulder.
I think that might have happened.
Yeah. Well, he says he's ready to play, but I think the Bills are going to really the secondary is going to have to step up. Carrington's replacement is going to have to step up, and they're going to have to really ground out this game. You're not going to beat Joe Flacco at throwing the ball, but you may be able to outrun them. And if you can get your Jackson-Spiller combination churning up some yards, you might be able to pull it off. But I went with Baltimore.
You went with Baltimore?
Yes, I did.
I did too.
No hope or no loyalty? Nah, I know you're loyal, so it had to be no hope.
No hope.
Okay, Arizona at Tampa Bay. What do you like?
I believe Alan Branch is the replacement for Carrington.
Oh, okay.
Out of Seattle. You asked me Arizona, Tampa Bay. I went with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Nice. I'm going with them too, especially with I'm throwing Glennon into the mix here now.
Even with them throwing Glennon in and trying to get away from their disastrous history by ditching Freeman, I still have very little faith in their ability to produce. However, Pirates are tougher than Cardinals.
Nice.
So I picked Tampa Bay to win.
And Pittsburgh's going out to your favorite place,
Chitio, good chop.
Minnesota.
But they're not going to Minnesota.
But it's at Minnesota.
No, it says at Minnesota, but they're not going to Minnesota. They're going to Chitio, chap.
But it says Pittsburgh at Minnesota.
No, long plane ride this week, buddy.
Oh, they're going to London.
Yes, yeah. Pittsburgh is going to Minnesota.
So both teams are going to be like crap.
Yeah, that's why I picked Minnesota. They're more used to producing as
I
shit.
Originally was going to go with Pittsburgh, figuring they were bound to break out sooner or later.
To win something. Roethlisberger's too good to lose all the time.
But now I'm going with Minnesota.
I went with Minnesota. They're used to polishing shit into Shinola.
Moving on.
The
Big Blue.
Versus
what the hell is going on
Indian
with Big Blue?
Chiefs.
They're all talking positive down there.
Oh yeah, everything's great. Yeah, even though we got shut the fuck out.
We all have confidence. We think we're starting to play in harmony. Manning had all
harmony. We got shut out,
but they got it done in harmony.
Fucking boy, are hippies running this team? Are they all on acid? What? It's peace, love, and fucking chicken grease, and no wins. Everything's harmony, but you lost.
Yeah, well, they
disastrously
soon.
Well, guess what?
Yeah,
they didn't click fast enough.
Yeah,
Kansas City to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're at Kansas City. Arrowhead's not a good place to play.
And they're in Kansas City's on fire.
Oof. Yep, tell you, a lot of credit goes to Andy Reid.
Yes,
a lot of credit goes to Andy Reid.
I know you're liking the next matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
we're both gonna go with vote for Luck.
Oh, vote for Luck.
Luck for president
vote
on this
for
one.
Luck. Yeah. Yes, Indy at Jacksonville. Andy's gonna take that game handily. I'm gonna love watching Newton get rolled over by this team because I think Indy's gonna be smashing them all over the place. And it's moving on. Seattle at Houston.
I'm taking the Warbirds, baby.
You're going with the Warbirds.
Uh-huh.
Who isn't?
The Seahawks.
Who
yeah,
isn't?
baby.
Yeah, I mean, Houston's playing decent ball, but Seattle, they've just been too impressive lately. And they're kind of workmanlike. There's, I mean, Russell Wilson's a good quarterback, but he's not like your, shining star. But he's getting the job done.
Oh, the next matchup. It is shit and Shinola.
Cincinnati's playing great ball this year.
I know they're gonna beat me. I finally thought I was finally gonna go to a Bills game that we might win, and they're gonna kill us.
Yeah. Cincinnati's playing Cleveland at Cleveland, and I'm going with the away team. I'm going with Cincinnati.
I
just don't know what Cleveland.
Yeah, I went with Shinola too.
You went with Shinola too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's cleaner way. Here's a big matchup. This one, I've got to pick. I don't know. I've already flopped on 3 picks this week. I'm looking at this one thinking, I don't want to go against Chicago.
I have no idea what to do here.
Detroit's playing great ball.
So Chicago's coming out of nowhere, baby. Chi-Town's on fire, and so is Gotham City. I mean,
Trestman, gotta give him some credit there.
Talking to a microphone.
Gotta give Trestman some credit in Chicago. The new coach. I told you he was a quarterback guru. I told you he's gonna make fucking Cutler look good. And yeah, I don't know what to do there. I mean, originally I'm giving Detroit the 3 points, but I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna flop and go with Chicago.
I went Detroit.
You did. See, I did too originally.
I had a hard time with this, man. This was a tough pick for me.
Yeah, me too.
And it's funny to me. It's Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Is the biggest shit cities on the planet. I mean, Detroit's a wrap. It's bankrupt. It's Gotham. And Chi-Town is calling in the National Guard to get the crime under control. It's Sodom and Gomorrah, man. This is hell on earth, fighting hell on earth. I'm going to have to go with the Lions over the Bears.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Detroit myself.
What a great football matchup. The Lions versus the Bears.
Classic. And now we move back. New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
Which I find ironic because the Jets used to be the Titans many moons ago. Anyway.
Many moons ago.
I actually think the Jets
watched
can
football.
win this game. I actually went with the Jets. I think they might be able to win this game. If Brian can clean up them penalties.
I went Tennessee.
And they can play decent ball, hard ball like they did last week. They can win. So
I went Tennessee. You know why? I already said why. I said it earlier. Fuck you.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Washington at Oakland.
I took those broke bastards. Oakland.
The Raiders.
Yeah. The Raiders.
I took the Raiders myself.
I call them the broke bastards because I'm a Bills fan. Al Davis was bankrupt. Ralph Wilson gave the Raiders, the first time they were in Oakland, a sizable loan at an incredibly low interest rate.
Really?
In order to keep the team afloat. And then they end up moving to LA anyways. So I call them the broke bastards.
Gotcha. Then we move on to Philadelphia at your Super Bowl contender, the Denver Broncos.
Can you take a guess who I took in this matchup?
Denver.
How did you know, Buck?
Because everybody went with Denver.
I think this is an easy pick.
My mother went with Denver.
It's just a better city sometimes.
Of course, she just likes that Manning boy. He's funny.
He's good in those commercials, little Buck, I tell you.
Then another good matchup this week.
And besides, Denver's a better city than Philadelphia. I went to the airport one time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they called us and told us she was there. Dallas and San Diego, another good matchup. And I think Vegas is giving the Dallas a slight edge here. I think 3-4 points. I'm not sure. But,
as long as they play the game inside the 20-yard lines.
But
fucking, of course, give them 17 points.
Because
if the end zones were at the 20-yard line.
Because I know a Dallas fanboy, I can never go with Dallas. So San Diego.
You know, he probably does listen. He probably does listen.
He probably.
And he just sits there and stirs. And he doesn't say anything because he can't admit that he listens to your shitty show because you don't know anything about football. But he just stirs. Of all the shit we talk about Dallas and Romo.
I doubt he does. Yeah.
Imagine if he was just obsessed and he listened 24 hours a day. He just repeated it constantly, screaming and fuming the whole time. But he couldn't let you know and give you the satisfaction of knowing that he listens and we get to him.
I'd be sitting in the crosshairs, wouldn't I? Sunday night's matchup. New England at Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta. Get with the times, man. The kids are calling it Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta? I thought that was like 90s.
It was. That's why. I'm old too.
Actually, I think it was like, early 90s.
You're like
Glanville.
You're like confirmably old, and I'm at that age that I'm like, wow, am I old?
Thanks.
At 29, 30, like, I'm still 20-something, so I shouldn't be old. But I kind of feel old.
You're getting there.
When you hear, I said it before and I'll say it again, when you hear bands on the classic rock station that you had the album when it came out, that's what starts to refer to you that,
well, the problem is I turn on the classic rock station and they're playing Nirvana.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's not classic rock.
No. You're in the oldies section now, pal.
No.
Yeah.
The oldies section is the 50s.
No, not anymore. It's now 2013. You see, you forgot that the time.
Oldies is 50s and
moving.
60s.
No. That's the golden oldies.
No.
my generation's music, Nirvana and Pearl Jam, are now classic rock.
No, they're not.
Metallica.
No.
Yes, they
are.
Not. Okay, be old. Keep feeling it. Just admit it. Let's turn on the brew right now and find out what they're playing.
They don't compare.
Let's turn on the brew right now and find out what they're playing.
The brew doesn't know anything. It's a fucking corporate radio station.
They're all corporate radio stations. There's no indies left anymore.
That's why we're doing a podcast.
All right. Yeah, no, or we'd be on the indie radio station. Monday night, baby.
Well, we didn't do Sunday. You didn't tell me.
Yes, I did. New England.
Oh, you went with New England?
Oh, of course. I don't think we did. Yeah, I totally went with New England.
Oh, my God. Really? You're drinking Brady Kool-Aid?
Yeah. I've been drinking the Brady Kool-Aid like from his penis for years. I hate him. Yeah. But I think it's because I have a little, like a little half chub or something. Like a little man crush, half chubby. Maybe that's what it is, too. I hate him, but he's unbelievable.
I'm going with Atlanta.
Yeah, you would.
I am.
Communist.
Absolutely. Last game. Monday. Miami at New Orleans, baby. Now, how many games has New Orleans won?
That is not the last game.
Monday night.
We did not do the Carolina Green Bay game.
Because they're on a bye.
Oh, are they? Yeah. They're both on a bye?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right.
I couldn't see the blue.
The guy who drew the pool up at work, he had Green Bay on the schedule against New Orleans. He missed. He
missed a week. He missed a line.
He missed the line. So he took Green Bay.
Not a bad pick, but that'd been a great game.
And then everybody else who came down saw it was wrong, and they made the right pick. And then we told them later today. We said, "Hey, by the way, are you still taking Green Bay Monday night?" He goes, "Yeah."
Wow, I take them not to lose. That's what he was.
So anyway, who'd you go with? Miami against New Orleans.
This is also an incredibly tough pick. The 3-0 Miami Dolphins versus Drew Brees and his New Orleans Saints.
Yes.
I went New Orleans, little fanboy E.
You know, I did too originally, and this is why I wish we could have gotten my friend Courtney on here, because she's a Miami fan.
You know what? Fuck Miami.
And she could.
That's why. I'm sorry, Courtney. I'm sure you're a lovely young lady. But that's why I picked New Orleans. Fuck Miami.
I'm gonna stick with my pick too. I think Miami's due for a loss. New Orleans it is.
This has been another wonderful and titillating, wonderfully discovering and educating episode of Eric Radio's Sports Rack.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us, and remember to check us out on the interwebs by going to ericradio.com to hear the show, to hear Eric Radio, and to see what's going on with the shows. Also, please head out to the Facebook and hit the like button on the page. We need your likes. We want your likes. I will give you cunnilingus and other dirty things for your likes. Is there anything you'd like to add to the show before we sign off there, Coach Buck?
No, thanks for listening, everybody. Give us a shout out. Have a good week.
Say goodnight to the people, Buck.
Good night.
Good night, people.